Debbie is bearing down on North Carolina.
The double red flags are flying here in Myrtle Beach.
We're starting to see Debbie's impacts closer to the triangle.
The downtown area is shut down right now because of all the flooding.
Under a state of emergency tonight.
Tropical storm Debbie made its way up the Gulf Coast earlier this week.
If you're a full-time RVer and you've ever gotten one of these, well, then you're going to learn a lot about your rig and how to prepare if you ever get one of these. That's right, we got our very first eviction notice from the campground that we were staying in. They said that due to the state of emergency, they were going to have to ask all the campgrounds to leave. And if you chose not to leave, they were not going to be liable for the damages that this storm caused. Well, as you can see, most decided to leave. We, however, did not, as we didn't have really anywhere to go. Plus, I checked the wind. We weren't in any danger of having high wind situations. We were high ground and we had a lot of gravel underneath us, so I knew the water would completely run off. So we felt safe being in this area for the next 24 hours. So that's what we did. We decided to stay for one more day. And then the storm hit, unleashing a relentless downpour for the next 24 hours. The wind, well, thankfully it stayed at bay, but the rain showed us no mercy. I had never experienced a storm like this in my life, with the rain so fierce and unyielding, it felt like it would never end. Our rig, which had been our fortress, started revealing its vulnerabilities. The AC betrayed us first, springing a leak, and then, right in the heart of our home, the kitchen window, another leak appeared. Even though this rig is relatively new to us, it was clear that we had some battles ahead. It's been raining all night, all day. Finally got a little bit of a reprieve coming out here. We lost water. The whole park lost water. Pretty sure it's because lost power and the water pumps didn't work, but luckily I have solar and battery banks, so we're good on power. But the water isn't working. One huge tip to know is that whenever you're coming into a storm or something where there's a high potential of power outages, you want to make sure that you fill up water into your tank first. So I'm going to come back out here and kind of just switch it so that we can get water from the tank and pull water from the tank, so we're able to do that, knowing that, you know, hey, this has happened to us before where you ran out of power or run out of water. And so you fill up some water into your fill tank, and we got a little bit of a reprieve, but it's been raining non-stop. And I will say, this is the longest period of time that I've ever seen it rain non-stop. So we're gonna take a drive through the campground, my partner in crime here, and see how big these lakes have just risen, right? I was gonna do some fishing, but my fishing poles all got snapped in half. So I gotta go get some more fishing poles. Oh yeah, these are high. Coming on over here.
Looks like a giant mud pit.
So here's Hagginstone Park. You can see the water levels have completely gone up, and there's the dam or the levee right here. It's real high and it's draining into it. Luckily where we were above this, so everything we got kind of drained down into this levee right here. And you can see this is supposed to be a trail right here. It's all flooded, and this is just because non-stop rain ever since yesterday, and just kind of got a little bit of a break right now, but it's supposed to come back. But the heaviest part is behind us finally already, but it's just kind of crazy. So you got this kind of draining into the lake here, or this pond. You see it's really high up, even this bridge. probably just be a few, maybe an hour or two, and this water's probably up over top of this bridge right here. And see, it's just flowing in right here, just muddy, dirty water all in here. Kind of see the water flowing back here. You know, that's no joke. It's you know, the winds, wasn't too worried about the winds. We didn't get any high winds. I mean, it did say, you know, some areas the trees were falling over, things like that, but where we were at, wasn't too worried about the winds, and wasn't too worried about the rain where we were at. But the power going out, no water, those are things that you got to prepare for. It's a high probability that the power could go out, so we just, you know, have solar panels for the power, generator if we need it, and then just filling up our water tanks. Our water tanks will last us a good, you know, probably a good week or so, if we really try to conserve it, maybe even longer. But if you're in a natural disaster, which, you know, this is, kept getting alerts all day that we are in a natural disaster. So show you guys a little bit more of the footage here. So heavy storm Debbie, you can see it's just kind of flooding. It's just flooding this area. The winds, or the rain's starting to come back a little bit, so probably get out of here. There's quite heavy clouds are coming in. Just a little bit of a reprieve, like I said, give it another hour maybe, and this bridge is gone. So let me stand on it some more, because that's a smart thing to do. We get to White Oak Shores, which is another 1,000 Trails campground that we're staying here for 2 weeks. And we came on the back side of the storm. It's still raining, as you can see, but Storm Debbie that came through the Carolinas, and it's hit yesterday. We're still flooding. We came to our spot. They wanted to put us over there, but the guy that was driving the golf cart started sinking in with the golf cart. And he took one look at our rig and he's like, well, let me go back to the office and see what we can do. So we ended up in this spot, maybe overnight. Gonna go talk to the office tomorrow to see how long we can stay here. But as you can see, it is still really squishy.
It's really muddy. Dave took one for the team.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can ring out.
The other site that we got for 2 weeks doesn't have full hookups. And that's the problem with 1,000 Trails, is that you get what you get with it. It's in the system. My shoe is stuck. Woo. You get what you get that's in the system, and I've been calling every day to see if there's a cancellation, thinking people might cancel because of the storm, but nope. They do have open sites, but not 4,000 Trails. So they put me in one of their open sites, and I got to talk to a general manager tomorrow to see what we can do, because I don't want to get stuck over there. They did say they had a tractor to pull me out if that was the case, so obviously that happens. I just don't want to get in.
But we're a big rig.
I don't want to get in knowing I'm going to get stuck if I don't have to. There's no guarantees I'm not going to get stuck here. But we hooked up our sewer line so patients can do some laundry tonight, and we may be moving tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, it's supposed to be raining, so they may be able to keep us here through the weekend at least. I don't know, but as you can see, we didn't want to get too close into this big mud pile. So we're still, you know, kind of in a little bit of the mud on the edge. Right there.
The edge. We'll go take it around to the other side when we open up the door.
Funny thing, Dave was hooking up the water down here, and all of a sudden the water came spraying all out, but
I didn't care.
He said he didn't get more wet than he already was.
Oh, and I get to use the good thing about this.
Wait, turn around. Let me see your shirt. It's like
It's like I literally jumped in the bathtub, or a swimming pool or something. But hey, guess what? For the first time ever, I get to actually use the shower. So
make sure you get the back of your shirt, or I can get it, but it's muddy. The front of of this spot. The ground is like really soupy. And our air conditioner that we just got fixed in our bedroom, we noticed has water leaking through when it rains, so the slide out is closed right now. I forgot to look and make sure we didn't have anything valuable on the bed where that's located. So probably need to hurry and get in there, open the slides. Let's see. Taylor, say hi. And Tippy's back there. We can't see him. And he's ready to come in. All right, Dave's going to open it up. You turn the propane. He's turning the propane on so I can get cooking. Thank you, hon.
I finally get to use. Oh yeah.
Hey,
like,
really?
You think I'm gonna get you wet? Is that gonna get you wet?
You're gonna start spraying it. I have an umbrella. Don't, hun. Wow. I have an umbrella, but you can see. Well, he just sprayed me there. I think. I don't know. I am kind of wet, even though I have an umbrella.
No, you're kind of wet.
Not as wet as you. Okay, turn around. I need to spray it though.
All right, here.
But I can't hold the camera and the umbrella and spray it, so. Oh, is that a leech?
No, it's a cousin to a leaf. It's called a leaf.
I think you got scared for a minute.
Look, there's another.
I saw you shake it.
So this is where they wanted to put us, right here in RB2, and you can see it is just soupy. It is really soupy, and you got, you know, over here is not so bad, but over here is what they wanted to put us. And you know, just walking through this site right here, driving just a golf cart through it, yeah, pretty sure my rig would have just sunk into this. And so it's a good thing we're over there, but at least it's not windy, so it's just rain. You can deal with wind. Woo. No thank you. But when rain, especially when it's warm like this, it's all good. And I am drenched.
The next day, the storm finally let up, and now I'd love to say that it left us with some clear skies, but nope, we still got rain on the horizon. But hey, it is nothing like the storm that we just went through. So last night, they put us in this site and they asked us to go over to the office this afternoon to see if we can actually stay at this site or not, or we have to move over to that site. The problem with that site is, again, it doesn't have sewer hookups, and we're gonna be here for 2 weeks. We really need the sewer hookups. You know, having sewer hookups, it's not a must-have. It's not going to make or break you. But when you're staying somewhere for 2 weeks or longer, it's just one of those nice-to-haves. And if you're paying the same price, why not get it versus not have it, right? So we're going to walk over to the office and see what they say to see if we can stay here for the full time, or if they're going to ask us to move over there. Well, good news. We get to stay where we're at. So that is solid. For the past month, I've been calling Thousand Trails to see if they had an available spot with sewer, because like I said, I didn't want to have to stay here for 2 weeks, pay the same price that I could get full hookups that I didn't have full hookups on. They just said, you know what? You're good. You're solid. You're good. You can stay right where you're at. In life, it's all about the small and little wins. Now we have family coming in over the next couple weeks, and I'm excited to see what our next adventure is, so stay tuned. If you want to see what we have in store, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
The only reason why I'm not going, feeding your trash, is because this is actually a neighborhood.
Oh, you gotta slow down for residential?
Yeah, I'm actually being respectful to the environment.